The Normo told our people that in the past many million years, tens of thousands of worlds have been destroyed in the deeps of space through the aggressiveness, the stupidity, and the rampant ambitions of the races of intelligent creatures that inhabited those worlds. Take care that you do not, in your search for knowledge, destroy the earth which is your mother, said the Normo. The Normo's words made a lasting impression upon African people throughout Africa. Africans were not the stupids that some people today believe they were. Our people had knowledge of many things that they are not today given credit for by the world. But they kept that knowledge within very strict restraints. They knew about wheeled vehicles. They knew how to make a wheel, and in the language of all tribes throughout Southern and Central Africa, we have a traditional name for a wheel. In Zulu it is called isondo, the rolling bringer nearer, the rolling object that causes another object to come closer. Then why did our people not build wheels? The answer is very simple. They feared that the building of wheeled vehicles might bring about the destruction of the earth. When a Zulu boy was growing up, he had to be an expert with the bow. He had to be able to use the bow and the arrow to survive in the bush. He had to be so good as to be able to bring down a running guinea fowl with one arrow at 20 paces or more. But the great laws of the Normo forbade the Zulu people from using bows and arrows in battle, even against an enemy armed with muskets and rifles, as the white settlers were. The laws of the lords of the Red Dog Star forbade us from killing our enemies with impersonal weapons. Our people knew about microscopes. This disc here has got tiny holes in it. These holes were filled with fresh water by the wise men who owned this necklace before me. And looking through this hole, when it is filled with water, at an object, the magnification is amazing. Our people could see germs. They could see bacteria. And they gave it a name, and they saw it through microscopes such as this. Now, when Zulus saw germs, they called them amagciwane, the most ultimate animals, the tiniest living animals. When the Basotho people saw gems through their water drop microscopes, they called them dinonokana, the tiny creeping tormentors. And when the Shangaan people of Mozambique and the Eastern Transvaal saw gems, they called them ntsongana, but they were forbidden by the great laws of the stars from using this knowledge in the same way that Western people have used their knowledge. You had to know certain things. You had to be aware of them. But God have mercy upon you if you tried to build them. Then you were executed by the king without mercy at all. The necklace that I am wearing now, which is known as the smaller necklace of the great mysteries, was made by a Bapedi family in the northern Transvaal just over 500 years ago. And when the blacksmith had finished making this necklace, he and his sons and apprentices were all executed by being flung down a mine shaft to their deaths. Why? Because the secret of shaping Vedite, the secret of shaping and drilling through this very hard stone, the secret of engraving the copper here, had to die with that blacksmith and never exist on earth again. Today, many nations ridicule the African as a creature which never made any contribution to civilization. That accusation is false, racist, and should be rejected with contempt. Your religion can enable you to reach the stars, but your religion also can act as a powerful chain that restrains your creativity. It was so with us Africans. We were not isolated from the rest of the world. Traders came to Africa in ships and they traversed Africa in land vehicles. In caves in the Sahara Desert are shown paintings of men riding chariots. Wheeled vehicles were no stranger to us Africans, but we were forbidden by our religion from building them. The people of Africa have been coexisting, really coexisting, with alien beings from the stars for tens of thousands of years. In South Africa, there is a tribe of people who are known as the Mandebele people. My student Nobela here belongs to this great tribe, who are an offshoot of the Zulu people. The Mandebele people pay great honor to this creature, a creature which they say controls the weather of our world. This creature comes from the stars, which the white people call the Orion constellation. and a constellation which we Africans call Ubejana, the rhinoceros. The Mandebele people say that on wells in that constellation dwell these sacred women who are known as the Amagalube or Amagulube. One other people which honors these people from the stars is a very interesting race of people whom you find in the Zambezi Valley, people who are called the Bantwana people. These people are unique in all Africa in this, that whereas each one of them has got 5 fingers in either hand, they have only got 2 toes on either foot. Anthropologists call them ostrich people. We call them the children of the rhinoceros stars.